Let's arrive. Let's settle ourselves down. So let's sit in Shavasana. Sorry, Sukhasan. पद्मासन भी कर सकते हैं अगर आपको हाफ या फुल जो भी लगाना है. बाकी हम लोग सीधा बैठ रहे हैं अपनी पीठ सीधी करके. Our back is straight. और देखिए we are touching 3 points on the ground. या तो दोनों नीज होंगी अगर हम लोग पद्मासन लगा रहे हैं या सुखासन लगा रहे हैं, क्रॉस लेगेड हैं, या फिर दोनों ankles and heels and bottom. So 3 points are touching the ground, so you can make your back straight. Once you have settled into the Sukhasan ya Padmasan pose, meditation pose, you can make a Dhyan Mudra with both of your hands touching the index and the thumb and making the rest 3 fingers straight aligned. Keep them on the knees and you may just close the eyes because the first pose we're going to do is just come to the mat completely, fully with our body as well as our mind. Start to observe your breath. And wherever you are at this moment, आपका माइंड बहुत ज़्यादा एग्रीवेट हो रहा है, एक्टिवेट हो रहा है, या फिर बहुत स्लो हो रहा है, शायद आपने दिन में एक नींद ले ली है, या फिर you are really enjoying the Sunday. Wherever you are, just bring yourself completely on the mat. To make the experience of breathing even more personal and connected, you can place your right hand on the heart, the left hand on your stomach. So as you breathe, you will feel both the hands moving sequentially, and you can experience the breathing in action. We'll be here in this pose for a couple of more minutes. So continue breathing, continue bringing yourself fully to the mat. So Yin Yoga is all about being still with your body in a yoga posture and trying to connect your mind with your body. So योग जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग, उसका मतलब होता है जोड़ना, युक्ति करना, मेल करना. So we're trying to connect our body with our mind. And a still body brings a still mind. So let's cultivate that practice of making ourselves still so that our mind becomes still. A still mind is a meditative mind. Keep breathing naturally, normally, mindfully. Your hands can be at tummy and heart or in Dhyan Mudra, whichever way you prefer, whichever gives you a closer to your body experience. You will find that I'll be quiet quite a few times during the session because it's for you to connect to yourself. I will be just guiding you in the right directions. Let's spend around 40 more seconds in this pose, mindfully breathing and with patience. I always will say practice this yoga session with patience because it's all about stopping the urges to move, to jump to the next big and better thing. Just stay content where we are and let's see what the next thing that comes to us. We'll take 5 more mindful breaths. And once you have finished your last breath, the fifth breath, you may open your eyes and we'll transition to the next pose, which is a very common yoga pose. It's called wide knee child's pose or balasana, wide knee balasana. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come on our heels and our knees are wide apart. चाहे आप ऐसे बैठ सकते हो तो बैठिए या फिर you can come on all fours, bring your knees wider first, then start to sit on your heels and then start to bring your head down on the ground. You can bring your head completely on the mat by extending your arms front, or you can bring the hands on top of each other and place your forehead on it. और अगर आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम हो बैक से फोल्ड फोल्ड में, so you can bring both the hands like this so your back is straight, it's not bending. You can choose whichever way is comfortable to you. We'll stay here for 2-3 minutes, so you can have a back straight or back rounded. So choose your pose and start to settle down. In this pose as well, we'll practice the mindful breathing जो पहले कर रहे थे हम लोग. Except for we start to just observe as it is happening without forcing the inhale or exhales. Your body is in not a natural pose, it's in a yoga pose. So your breathing has to be according to the pose, but just see how this changes. Keep breathing naturally. Let the breath breathe itself. And for next 2 minutes until I say so, please try to stay still. Do not move your body unless you are feeling a pain in any part of your body or any localized area which you need to adjust yourself. So please do so. We don't want any pains. Stretches are good, and Yin Yoga will give you plenty of stretches. So stay in the pose as patiently as possible. After each long held yoga pose, Yin Yoga pose, we will try to take a break. इसको rebound pose बोलते हैं. So patiently stay in the pose. Keep breathing mindfully. We'll stay here for 30 more seconds. So patiently stay where you are, keeping yourself still, keep paying attention to your breath, breathing mindfully. Let's take 3 more mindful breaths. And as you finish your third breath, start to lift yourself up on all fours again. And we're going to go directly down on the ground in crocodile pose. So just lie flat on your tummy. You can bring both the elbows in front, arms parallel to you, a hand over each other, both hands. And just place your forehead on top of the hand. So this pose is called crocodile pose. This reverse of Shavasana. So we are completely relaxed in this pose. No activity, just breathing. In every rebound pose is an opportunity to go back to your body and feel any new sensations. You have held the pose for certain minutes. That makes your um, energy and blood flow coming to a point where it's waiting for to find a way to open up. So the moment you release the pose, it just gushes through. It releases all the toxins and starts to flow the energy even more clearly. So feel any sensations of the blood flow happening again or any energy moving faster in the parts that you were holding before, like your leg or lower back or back. Different people feel differently, so you don't have to feel at the exactly same place as anybody else is feeling. You have unique bodies and unique parts get stretched as you stay in different poses. We'll spend 15 more seconds in this pose. And then start to lift yourself up gently, coming up seated, just like me. The next pose we're going to do is called half butterfly. तो उसमें we're going to keep our right leg straight in front. पर कोई activity नहीं करनी है. The legs muscles are completely relaxed. We don't want to pull our leg or anything, nothing. Or left foot is pointing to the right thigh. What we're going to do is we're going to fold forward onto our front leg, straight leg, and see where your hands or elbows get to. You can just bring your hands down wherever you get to and just drop your head, chin goes towards the chest. If you can go more deep, you can bring the elbows down. Or just stay wherever you are. This is not a competition to fold forward as far as you can. It's the pose to bring your entire leg into an activation of the body muscles. And then your back from the tip of the toes, you can see the stretch going through the entire back. And when you bring your neck, your chin towards the chest, you feel the stretch there as well. So wherever you are, come into that pose and feel the stretch. If you can't touch your toes, you will be feeling the stretch at very high level when your head is up. If you can't touch your toes, you have to go deeper to feel the same stretch. So flexible people need to do more to feel the same thing which other people who can't touch their toes. So don't worry about where you get to or how you look. It's more about feeling the right level of stretch at the right areas. And once you have arrived in this pose, start to breathe normally and see if you can extend your exhales. So what I mean by extending the exhales is that just mentally count the number of times you take to breathe in and count the number of times you take to breathe out. So whatever number you got for your exhale, just add one more to it intentionally and make your exhales longer than it is currently. Keep breathing like that with an aim to create at least 2 to 3 number difference between your inhale and exhale. So if you're taking 3 counts for inhale, make 5 or 6 count for exhale. If you're taking 4 or 5 for inhale, make it 8 or 9 for exhale. So any longer exhale makes you relaxed, makes your muscles relaxed. And because you're in a forward fold pose, every exhale will bring your pose deeper. We'll spend 30 more seconds in this pose. So patiently stay here. With the next inhale, start to bring your torso straight. And if you have a block, yoga block in close to you, please bring it within reach. Our leg was right in front of us. We're going to make it slightly to the right. The next pose is called half dragonfly. What we're going to do is place a block next to our right leg. It could be inside or outside. You will see, and then you decide where you need to keep. What we're going to do is we're going to place our elbow on the block. And if you have a pillow or something, you can use the same to just place your right elbow on the pillow. Once you have there, you can rest your head on it and bring the left hand over and behind the head. You see, we do this pose in the normal yoga sessions. I'm just making it supported so we can hold it for a couple of minutes at least. So you can place the pillow in front of your leg or back of the leg, wherever it feels comfortable. And then elbow on the pillow, head on the right hand, and the other hand goes behind, touches the right hand, or interlace the finger and put it together, whichever works for you. Our idea is that this side of the body, the left side of the entire body is stretched. In all the yoga poses that I do for yin, you can always close the eyes once you're settled in the pose. I would say the same thing here. Start to extend your exhales. If it is already extended with the last session we did, just continue with that. Keep breathing mindfully. Keep breathing. If your mind wavers into thoughts, just make your voice, make my voice as a trigger to come back to your breath. Let's take 5 mindful breaths. When you finish your fifth one, start to come up straight. What we're going to do next is you may or may not need a pillow. So if you have a pillow, do use it. If you don't, I'll tell you a different. It's called fish pose. So place the pillow somewhere where when you lie down on the back, it gives you a height on the back. So you can stay on the pillow like this and you're fully supported. Or if you don't have a pillow or something, just bring your elbows down and head back. This is a quick pose, but please do come in this pose. So pillow under the back and the head goes on the pillow, or you're using elbows to support you in this fish pose. We'll stay here just for 1 minute. So patiently keep breathing. Your heart is open. So you can assume that you are breathing in the universe with a lot of love, your own connection with the universe. Nobody has to know what do you feel about the rest of creation. Connect in your own ways. You'll take 5 more mindful breaths. If you were on your elbows, start to lift yourself up with both the hands coming up seated first, and then going down on Shavasana, removing. If you have any pillows, you can come to the right or left first to remove the pillow, then go down flat on your back, coming on completely in Shavasana, relaxing the entire body. We have done 3 strong poses on one side of the body. So let's start to observe any sensations anywhere. or just pay attention to your breath and breathe naturally. No need to change the breath, just naturally. Let's get ready to do the next pose. Start to bend both the knees, bringing both feet flat on the ground. When you do that, see that your lower back is touching the ground. There's less of an arch left. And the next movement that we're going to do in this pose will do it even more. So keeping the right leg as it is, we're going to lift the left ankle and place it on the right knee. This is called half Kapotanasana or half pigeon pose. You could stay here for entire duration of this pose, or you can bring both of your hands and one goes under the leg and then holds the thigh or shin from outside. And then you start to hold it and bring your shoulders and head back on the ground. If you need to lift your head and shoulders up, you can place something behind you like a block or a pillow. Or you could just stay here, whichever way it works. You're going to spend another 2 minutes in this pose. Now we are switching gears from pranayam to a bit of a meditation. So next section, we'll be doing vipassana sort of meditation where you are becoming aware of everything in your body as well as outside of your body. So in your body, you have breath, you have sensations, you have muscles aching or stretching. Don't forget the thoughts. They are also part of you. And outside, you have your physical environment. You are lying on a mat. You're feeling the pressure from the ground pushing back into your skin and tissues that are touching the ground. You have the temperature of the air touching your skin all over the body. And then you have sounds, strong sounds or faint sounds coming from all over. So we're going to become aware of everything that is happening without getting stuck with one thing, especially the thoughts. We'll stay here for 30 more seconds, and all the poses afterwards, we'll follow the same practice of meditation, vipassana, becoming aware of everything that is surrounding us inside as well as outside. Let's take 5 more mindful breaths with patience. Let's stay wherever you are, whichever pose you chose, stay where you are. Once you finish your fifth breath, let go of the leg and bring the right knee again bent and the right foot on the ground, and the left ankle is still on the right knee. We're going to make our left leg go towards the right so that the right knee is directly over the left knee is directly over the right knee. You're pretty much crossing your legs in this way. Gently push your right foot on the ground and lift your body slightly up, bringing your waist to the center or bringing your waist towards the left side so we can drop both our legs to the right side. So we do this pose in the mornings in the yoga sessions as Jatara Parivartasan or laying twists. Once your legs are in position, you bring your arms either parallel to the ground, to the shoulders, or up, or wherever they feel comfortable. We don't want to stretch the arms as such. Once your legs are in position, you can look to your left. So your knees are dropping to your right. You can look to your left, or you can keep looking up straight. Let's continue in this pose with the meditation of becoming aware of everything around us. And keep breathing, keep paying attention to the breath, if nothing else. Continue breathing mindfully, continue paying attention to everything that's around you. Become aware of everything without sticking to one thing, especially your thoughts. Do not go along with anything. Just see everything as if those are the new, brand new things in your life coming for the first time. How would you react with the sensations that you always have, with the sounds that you always hear? If you're hearing or seeing them for the first time or feeling them for the first time, how would you react? With your full awareness, trying to know these things. If you can quieten your mind, you have a strong mind. And you can quiet your mind by bringing it to the present. And present basically means the awareness of things that are happening around you, in you. So be present with everything surrounding you and everything that is happening inside of you. Some yogis can actually hear their heart and feel their heart beating. I can't do that, but it doesn't mean people can't do that. It's all about connecting with yourself, connecting with the now. We'll take 5 more mindful breaths. Once you finish your last breath, you can either make your legs straight as they are currently, or you can bring them up with your support from the hand. You can bring the legs up with the support, or you can just make them straight directly, whichever feels comfortable, because you've been staying in that pose for 4 minutes. You may feel stiffness. So we're going to let go of everything once you come down out of the pose into Shavasana, letting go of everything, but paying attention to the any new sensations coming out from this pose. Feel some muscles talking back to you, maybe from pain or from stretch or from the flow of blood rushing back to the parts that were stretched before, or feel the energy moving up and down. Connecting with yourself. Keep observing. Let's spend 30 more seconds in this pose. Then roll to your right side or your favorite side, and then bring yourself up using support of both of your hands. Come up seated. We're going to do the same sequence to the other side. So this time, bring your left leg straight, and the right foot pushes into the thigh. So the left leg is in front of us. We do the same thing of starting to folding forward with an exhale. Bring your hand wherever they get to, and then bring your chin towards the chest. We'll stay here for 2 minutes. This sequence will be faster because you know what to do. So just come into the pose and then stay still until I give more instructions. We are still practicing Vipassana. Keep paying attention to everything. The crux of any meditation, the highest form of meditation, is the most simple one, which is staying with your breath unwaveringly, unbrokenly. If you can keep your awareness with your breath all the time without any special form of meditation, visualization, you're actually doing the highest form of meditation. There's nothing more present than your breath. The time will fly quickly in the second side the sequence. We're going to stay here for 30 more seconds. So stay patiently, breathe naturally, and stay connected with you and your environment. You can start to lift yourself up slowly with an inhale. We're going to switch to the next pose. So once you're up, keeping your right foot close to the thigh, just bring your left leg slightly to the left side. So from the butterfly pose, we're going to go into the dragonfly pose. You can use the block or the pillow like last time. Once you have it in your reach, start to bring the elbow on the block or on the ground or on the knee, wherever you feel comfortable. Bring your head on it, and then bring your other hand, stretching the right side of the body. Just clasp your fingers, and once you are in the pose, start to breathe normally. You can close your eyes and continue with the meditation of watching over the breath. This time we're going to change the track to practice something that I call not now meditation. So until this time, we were practicing awareness of everything. This time we're gonna become aware just of our breath. So if any form of distraction, whether that is sound or temperature or air or your thoughts, especially your thoughts, come through, just say not now. We probably have 15 more minutes to go. I'll attend to those thoughts after 15 minutes. But for now, I'm busy looking at my breath. So not now. Continue with that meditation. We'll be here for another minute. So every thought, every sensation, not now. Just focus on your breath. We'll take 3 more mindful breaths. And then we start to lift ourselves back to the center. And we will do the fish pose as we tried before, with or without the pillow. So if you have the pillow, bring it behind you. You can have more than one pillow. As long as they are solid, they will keep you up, arch your lower back. Or if you don't have a higher pillow, you can use your elbows to keep yourself up and bringing the head behind. We'll stay here for 1 minute. Keep practicing not now meditation. Patiently, 5 more breaths. To come out, if you are on your pillows, you can just roll to one side and remove the pillows. Or if you're on your elbows, you just start to lift yourself up on hands first, and then start to come down in Shavasana. We'll do the same thing as we did previously on the other side now. So once you're in Shavasana, let's spend 30 seconds here just to come out of all the stretches that we had in last three poses. Start to check in with your body, connect with it, and see if there are any sensations in any part of the body. Then start to bend your knees and bring your feet closer to your bottom, making your lower back slightly flatter. This time we're going to keep the left leg as it is and start to bring the right ankle on the left knee. Now, again, you have a choice of staying where you are if this is more comfortable, or you can hold the leg with both of your hands and either go back on the ground or put something under your head or shoulders to give yourself a height. Whichever pose you choose, let's stay in that pose for at least 2 minutes. Relaxing completely, because in Yin Yoga, we're not exerting any pressure. We're just stretching our muscles and ligaments and tendons more for therapeutic benefits. Keep practicing not now meditation. Thirty more seconds in the pose, whichever you are. Keep being fully aware of your breath in and out. Keep paying attention to the subtle changes or experiences in your body when you breathe in and out. Let's take 3 more mindful breaths. And when you finish your last one,
Start to come down first, bringing your left foot on the ground and keeping the right ankle still on the left knee. If you were there already, just stay for the next instructions. Once everyone arrives here, start to bring the right knee towards the left knee over. So the right thigh is over the left thigh, and we're going to drop both the knees to the left side. Slightly lift your body to switch it to the or shift it to the right side so you can get a better twist. And once you've done that, start to bring both the knees towards the ground. Once you're there, you can let go of your hands to the sides, either parallel to the shoulders or down or up, the T shape or Y shape. And then you can choose to keep your head either looking up or looking to your right, whichever feels comfortable. Your spine is getting a twist up to the shoulders with the first part of the pose. If your neck allows it, you can give it a bit more twist by looking to your right. But do not hurt yourself. We'll be staying here for slightly longer time. Keep practicing not now, or if you had enough for meditation, you can just be. As long as you're aware, you are in the present, just let go of every effort. Just be. Let's take 5 more mindful breaths in this pose with patience, keeping the body still. Once you finish your fifth breath, you can start to slide your legs down, coming into Shavasana, or you can bring it back, your knees to center, and then go into Shavasana, whichever is feeling comfortable. This is our last pose. Let's relax completely, and start to check in with our body. What's happening inside it? Usually, by this time, you can feel the entire body alive, as if something is moving up and down, the electricity, the current, the energy. If you keep your mind in the present, aware for 1 hour, that's what you start to feel. You start to connect with your body more and more. Continue to breathe naturally without any more effort, physical or mental. Just let go of everything. Continue staying in Shavasana. Keep focusing on your breath in a very relaxed manner, without an activity, without any effort. Let's start to come back into awareness of our body. You can start by moving your fingers and toes, or rolling your arms and legs to left and right, or giving yourself a stretch overhead by clasping your fingers and pulling yourself up overhead. And let's just take a little roll to our right side, staying for a couple of breaths. And then using the support of both of our hands, come up seated. I invite you to bring both of your palms together. We'll say one Om and finish the session. So take a breath in and exhale. We'll say Om with the next breath in. Gently bow your head down on your hands, rubbing the fingers on forehead for clarity of thoughts, bringing down the fingers on your lips for kindness of words, and back to the heart center for compassion for all. Thank you for joining me for your practice today. Namaste.
Thank you, Naresh ji. It was beautiful.